Hi, I watched Falling Into You, and here's my review. Joanyu Chung is passionate about high jump but is limited by his short height. After getting guidance by university coach Luona once, he decides he wants to enroll into her university to have her as a coach. So this drama was in my watchlist for a very long time, and it was also recommended to me, but I never really got around to start it because of the theme that does not really interest me ultimately. I'm not fond of high jump or anything, so it remained in my watchlist for a very long time. However, I finally took the jump recently and started it, and I have to say that I enjoyed it a lot. Aside from high jump, the world of sports is always very interesting to jump into, and this plus the romance that is very exquisite, in my opinion, very nice. This makes a very nice combination of a drama. The quality of the production is very high. Honestly, everything is very pretty, the camera work is very good, it's very nice to look at, it's very professional, it's on point. OST is also very pretty, and also I think they use their real voice in this drama. The dubbing is very well done, but yeah, it's always a plus for real voices, or at least I think it's their real voice because I've seen these two actors in the past in different dramas and they had this voice already. So that's what makes me think it's their real voices. Anyway, it's very well done and I enjoyed this part a lot. It's always a treat to have such a high quality drama to watch. About the story, I think it's a pretty chill and feel-good drama, as well as maybe you could say motivational as well, because it's always motivational to watch an athlete try his best and getting better scores and everything. So yeah, I think it's pretty motivational, but mostly chill and feel-good drama with a lot of romance and very cute romance, I have to say. The only little thing I could say against this drama is that it's 26 episodes. Like usual for Chinese dramas, it's a bit long. Even if the drama is well paced and you like everything in the drama, 26 can still be a bit draggy sometimes. I didn't really feel it in this drama, but still it's long and it doesn't necessarily make people want to start it because of how long it is. Ultimately, I gave this drama 9 out of 10, but if I was to rate it objectively, completely objectively and not subjectively, I would give it a 10 out of 10. Why I didn't give it a 10 out of 10 is I think only because it's missing just a little something of excitement in me. Usually my dramas where I give 10 out of 10, I have a lot of excitement about. I really feel a lot of love. And it's not the case for this one. I really enjoyed it. I spent a very good time, but I feel like it's just missing a bit of excitement in me to really give it a 10 out of 10. But concerning the production and the story, I think everything is very well done, so I would give it a 10 out of 10, objectively. Alright, so in this spoil part, I first want to come back on Duan Chen being an athlete and wants to do high jump. So I was very pleased how realistic it felt. Like Duan Chen decided ultimately to switch to decathlon. I hope I say this correctly. I didn't check before coming into this. So I found it very realistic that he switched to this sport instead of staying stuck on high jump where he was making no progress and where his height was being a problem. Of course, some people can make it with this height. They show it that the person he idolizes is shorter than him, but it's not for everyone. Not everyone can make it. You have to be very excellent and one of a kind, if I can say, to reach this level. So I like the switch, and since he switches back to high jumping before, one could think that I was disappointed about that because it was going against the very realistic side I thought it was. But it's not the case because I think it's done correctly. The switch back to high jump makes sense and it's not too abrupt because you feel it coming. Just like Duan Chang switching to decathlon, it didn't feel too abrupt or weird because it was foreshadowed beforehand a lot. That is a very well-rounded athlete who is good at a lot of things. So him going back to high jump wasn't too much of a surprise and not too unrealistic either, because in the end he's really passionate about that, and so it felt almost natural that he would go back to that. But I did like ultimately that they don't show him being a superstar athlete at the end, that we see him win some competitions, but they don't show too much of it. They don't make him a very, very good, very top athlete. They don't really show us that. So it stays very realistic and they don't make too much of a big deal, if I can say, about his career as an athlete. So I really enjoyed that a lot. Also, I enjoy all the setbacks, like going for in decathlon for him was kind of a setback for him, though he did amazingly well in this sport. Yeah, I like, ultimately, if I can say it like that, I like that it's not a typical zero to hero story. Because we don't meet him exactly at zero, he's already pretty good, and we don't see him as a hero either at the end. So yeah, I really enjoyed that. It's this type of story but told a bit differently and I enjoyed it. Now on the romance between Duan Cheng and Luona, what a chemistry, guys, what a chemistry. If you want a drama with great chemistry, go for this, honestly. If you're there, you already know that the chemistry is great, or I hope you found it great like I did. For me, it was a very, very nice chemistry. I found myself sometimes blushing in front of them because of how cute they were, and yeah, how their relationship is really just so cute, so beautiful and so pretty. So I was a bit scared at the beginning because of their status, because of him being an athlete and her being the coach. I was a bit scared of how it was going to turn out, maybe if the transition from just being athlete and coach to being in a relationship was going to be all right, if it was going to work out. And I am very glad. For me, it works out very well. It's very well done. Two things I especially liked about this side of the story is that, first, no one really has a problem with the age gap between our two main characters. And I really enjoyed that because I feel like in any typical drama, this would be one of the biggest problems of the drama, would be getting around everyone who has a problem with their age gap. Ultimately, we have one character who is the mother, but she comes around pretty easily in the end. I have to admit, this is a part that I found a bit unsettling, the mother changing her mind so suddenly. But yeah, ultimately no one really has a problem with that. Everyone in the drama mostly have a problem with the fact that he's an athlete and she's his coach, right? So the age gap is never really a problem, and I'm so thankful for that because I am tired of age gaps and people crying about it when it's not that much of an age gap anyway. It's fine. It's fine. Second thing is how they don't portray Duan Cheng as so immature compared to Luona. Okay, sometimes he feels more immature and childish because of how he acts, especially sometimes when he gets jealous. I think about this in particular. So when he's jealous, it does feel a lot more childish and immature than Luona. But apart from that, it's not the case. And I think it's normal because they don't have that much of an age gap. And so I really like that they did it this way because I have already seen age gaps before. I don't have a clear example, but usually they would try to really show the age gap with how the younger character acts. And so the younger character would always look so much more immature and really not on the same level, on the same page as the older character. And so it always kind of rubs me the wrong way, because when there's not that much of an age gap, it's fine. I mean, people are not that different. You're not that immature for a difference of 7 years. 7 years is nothing much. You can be a bit immature, like Tuan Cheng is sometimes, especially when he's jealous, like I said. But other than that, yeah, you're still pretty much on the same footing. There's not much difference, really. Well, at the end of the day, it depends from person to person, right? But I like that in this case they decided to show that Tuan Cheng is very mature and, yeah, just a very mature character, despite sometimes being able to be a bit childish in his behavior. And that's it for Falling Into You. I said everything I wanted to say. It's quite a long drama, but I don't have much to say, since objectively I would give it 10 out of 10, despite me giving it only 9 out of 10. Like I said, I enjoyed it a lot. If you haven't watched it, you can give it a try. It's a bit long, sure, but it's very good. The production is very good. The chemistry, I didn't mention it in the non-spoil part, but the chemistry between the character is very top-notch, is very good. So just for that, I would advise you to try it. If you've watched it, don't hesitate to tell me your thoughts about this drama. Did you like it? Did you not? What did you think overall? And with this, I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye!